What happened with you wanting to get out of the television world altogether? Was there pain?
Of course.
Okay, what was the pain?
When you're unhappy at a workplace, you lose your passion, you lose your creativity, you lose your will, your drive.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Troy Kearns podcast, where we talk all things real estate, business, and entrepreneurship. Today, we've got the KC lifestyle girl, Adriana Davalos, entrepreneur in the making, former lifestyle girl on what, television?
Yeah, NBC, CBS, Fox. I was a lifestyle TV show host. So I anchored the show, I produced the shows.
Nice.
I launched the shows. And so it was all about fashion, food, fitness, events, what's happening in the cities. And I love Kansas City. I loved the show, but now I'm moving on as an entrepreneur.
That's exciting.
Very exciting.
So, I didn't even tell you, I used to work in the radio business.
Nice.
Yeah, so I had a face for radio, and
Stop.
Well, you know, it's funny because I look at all the people on TV, and that's such a harder job than radio. Mm-hmm. To get out there and do this thing. So an entrepreneur, that's brand new to you.
Yeah.
Tell us about that journey so far.
I never thought I would be on my own. I always thought TV was a dream for me. It was an absolute dream, and I spent 5 solid years, again, in TV stations around the country.
Right.
And
which ones?
In Wisconsin.
Okay.
That was NBC. When I went to Raleigh, North Carolina, that was CBS. And then here in Kansas City, Fox. And that's what I always dreamed to do. And I lived out that dream. Not only was I on TV, I had 3 shows.
Really?
3 TV shows that I launched and produced or rebranded. The first one, it was a show that was already happening, and I rebranded it.
Wow.
Took it over completely. And just made it into something great, and that allowed me to progress my career in launching other shows in bigger markets like Raleigh, North Carolina, and Kansas City.
All right, so tell me, how did you get into the entrepreneurship thing?
Well, like I said, I always thought that TV was my dream, but being here the last 2 years, living out my dream started to change.
Oh, wow.
My dream started to change. Like you said, the TV business is a hard business.
Oh, for sure.
And for me, it wasn't hard because it's just so natural to me. What I stopped liking was the everyday routine of it.
Yeah.
I wasn't interested in waking up early, and being.
What time did you have to get up?
I mean, it wasn't that early. I could be at work by 8.
Okay, so you weren't one of those 3 o'clock in the morning persons.
No. But what I wanted to do was create my own schedule. So instead of waking up early to go to a job, I wanted to wake up early and go to the gym and start my day off at the gym and then do everything else afterwards. And so I knew that was one thing because the TV business, it was very demanding. You have very...
You guys got to look perfect on camera.
Right now, the TV stations, they're low on resources, so you're a person that does many jobs, and which it's okay, but it wears you down.
For sure. I mean, I've been in television stations before, and I've seen it, and it's they tell you a lot of times what to say, how to be, how to act. Yeah.
And you never hear the end of that.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I got tired of.
Yeah, who wants to be told what to do? You're definitely an entrepreneur.
Exactly. So I said, no, I can do this shit on my own.
You're allowed to swear on here. You can't swear on television.
Exactly. If I want to swear, I want to.
You're allowed to do this fucking bullshit on your own.
Exactly.
Right?
I said, fuck it.
That's it,
I am doing, but it took baby steps of, this has been my dream. This is all I know.
Yeah.
What else is after it? And so it was just baby steps of, what are the possibilities outside of TV? What are my other skill sets? What am I gonna do? And my passion lately has been social media. I mean, it's actually
what do you like about
always been about social media.
What do you like about it?
I remember I've always been one to share my life on social media.
Really?
I remember when MySpace came out, and I was...
You're not that.
Yeah.
No?
I'm 35.
You were a baby. I was like, that's how I found my wife on the top 8. Remember the top 8?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. I was all about it. And so I would trick out my MySpace. I would design
out too.
I would design it, have music, always rearranging my top 8.
God. Were you friends with Tom?
Of course I was friends with Tom. Everybody was friends with Tom.
Yeah. Is Tom any friends anymore?
I don't know. He maybe turned his back on us. So we're left to our own selves.
Now we suck. Who owns everybody?
Exactly. So as a youngin', I was in high school, and then
you're still a youngin'.
I'm still youngin', but youngin' back then. And then it was Facebook, and I remember starting out Facebook my senior year in high school, and I would post all these pictures about my life and just had no filter. And there was even people, family members that would tell me, like, what are you doing?
What are you posting?
It was just me sharing my life, whether I was at a party or when I was young, I was always, let's go party like everybody else. Let's go dance. I didn't start drinking until maybe 18, 19.
Yeah.
But I loved just to be out about my friends, go to 18 and under clubs. So I was just sharing all these.
So you're the one going like this with the phone. We're out here, hey everybody.
Like I had
tagging, checking in.
And it wasn't my cell phone. It was just a camera. Like
Polaroid.
Yeah. No, not Polaroid. No. But it was just a digital camera, and I remember uploading the pictures to.
God, that's so long ago. Isn't that crazy?
I know.
My wife is always like, "Where are those pictures?" I'm like, "I don't know." Like wherever those pictures are at, like they're gone.
So ever since then, I've just always loved to share my life, and it's just always sort of been a part of what I was doing. Whether I was in Los Angeles because I'm from California. Whether I was doing a red carpet or a celebrity event or at an event, I wanted to showcase what I was doing, who I was with, and share those experiences. And so that led me to being in Kansas City.
Yeah, what brought you out here?
The job.
And what made you stay? Because you're staying.
Kansas City.
You don't start like Kansas City lifestyle girl with the plans of going somewhere else.
Exactly. I love it here. I met somebody when I first moved here, and we've been together for 2 years. And we're
somebody?
His name is Brandon. Brandon.
Shout out to Brandon.
Yeah.
Nice score. Right? Like that's cool. Like you guys are establishing your lives.
He has 3 children.
Okay.
Ages 7, 10, and 12. And
so you're a mom now?
Stepmom. You know, I played that role, and
How do you like that role?
I feel like I'm always doing laundry. Always doing laundry. It never stops.
Nice.
And I'm very involved with them, and we just had a chaotic morning 2 days ago with the kids blowing up in the morning, fighting who was going to make the shakes, who's going to make the sandwiches, at what time, and everybody's fighting. And so, of course, I'm right, and so I needed to make sure.
Let me just pause real quick. If you guys didn't know, the women are always right.
Yes.
They are always right. And if they're not, they're right anyways. Because it's not worth it.
In this case, Brandon, he's very intelligent, and I listen to him a lot. My move as an entrepreneur wouldn't have happened without him.
That's awesome.
With his support, with his guidance.
Yeah.
And because he's an entrepreneur himself.
What's he do?
So right now, he's had a business for 13 years. And so now he's transitioning into another business of AI.
Oh,
and
wow.
helping businesses implement AI for their companies to have somebody always respond to like a missed call. And that's an appointment missed. That is money missed. So
for sure.
You have an AI receptionist texting you right back, literally knowing everything about your company, knowing your schedule.
Yeah, they can train them these days like that. It's wicked.
It's insane what you can do, and he showed me he learned all of it, and so now he has his own business, funnel5.com.
Funnels. I'm big into sales funnels. Does he use Go High Level?
He uses High Level.
Boom! I like Brandon already.
Yes, he's a smart guy.
Where'd you guys meet?
We met on Bumble. And
I was gonna guess.
And I've never
been on Bumble.
I never did dating apps, but
these days everybody's doing a dating app.
And there's nothing bad about it. Yeah. And I'm not like knocking it or anything. I met the love of my life.
Yeah, right.
And so, but it was for me. That was my first time trying it, and he was the only one that I swiped right on. And here we are 2 years later. I feel like we've been together 10 years after so many things that we've gone through together.
That's cool.
We've been through some shit.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, man. So let's get into like some cool KC vibes. Like I've been following you now, and since you were coming on the podcast, I started following your stories the last few days. I'm like, Adriana's busy. She's out there doing everything everywhere. Like you obviously need a videographer following you around because you're everywhere. So for those of you, for people who are coming to Kansas City, yeah. what are the can't misses?
Oh, wow. So I'm thinking about my aunt who says that she's coming to Kansas City and she never has done it yet. So she needs to hurry up and get here. And I when somebody asks me that, I think of, where would I take her? Mm-hmm. And so first things first, we got to eat.
We got to eat. What do you like?
Well, I've been eating at a lot of barbecue places. Yes. So I love Buck-Tooie barbecue.
Buck-Tooie.
Mm-hmm. They were named number 2 in Kansas City Magazine's top 10 restaurants, barbecue restaurants of 2023.
Okay.
I was just at Chef Jay's. He was named number 1.
Okay.
Delicious barbecue.
Really?
Amazing. And they're in the West Bottoms, but they're going to be moving soon. Yesterday I was at Joe's, Kansas City. At
the gas station?
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
At the Z-Man.
Z-Man, okay. Joe's gas station.
And so being on my own as an entrepreneur, I've been able to explore more of the restaurants and the diversity in restaurants. Right. And I've been eating like everywhere.
No weight gained?
Yes, weight gain, of course. So that's why I have to work out. So
now it's going to be checking out all the gyms.
Well, I already have one gym.
What's your gym?
F45 training in downtown Overland Park, and I love them.
Is that where you live?
I live in Overland Park.
Okay.
But
so you're a Kansas girl.
Yeah, I'm a Kansas girl. I lived in Midtown when I first got here, and then my boyfriend, Brandon, he lived in Leawood.
Okay.
So I was always kind of commuting, and then I realized when my lease was up, I wanted.
Where'd you live in Midtown?
Oh gosh, 39th Street, Main and 39th Street.
Oh yeah, we lived right by each other. I lived when I first moved here. I'm 2 years in.
Okay, yeah.
So we're 2 years in together.
We're 2 years in together.
I'm a COVID baby in Kansas City. Okay.
Yeah.
So we moved here during COVID.
Uh-huh.
We went all in on real estate out here. We bought an apartment building in Midtown on Armour. We bought a bunch of real estate out here, and I didn't know which side Kansas was, which side was Missouri. I'm sure you know the same thing. And now
I know.
We're both in love with Kansas City.
Yeah.
We're on a podcast talking about it.
And we're staying here.
That's it. We ain't going nowhere. In fact, go ahead.
So when I moved here into the apartment that I did on Main Street, I didn't know it was across the street from a club, Aura.
Oh, I don't know about that club.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Should I know about that club?
I know now. I mean, it's an OG club in the city, and so.
What's Aura all about?
I wouldn't go there.
Okay, well, let's just talk. If you wanted to.
I am just saying that it kept me up many nights because it was so loud. It was across the street.
What kind of R&B?
No, more. They'll have like mixed mashups and mixes.
Oh. Is it the one? Is it on 39th and Southwest Traffic Way or 39th and Main?
39th and Main.
Because you heard it. She's like 39th and Main.
I have beef with the Aura because it kept me up so many nights.
Oh, man.
Man, that was tough.
So, okay, let's talk about you're taking on as an entrepreneur. You're now a digital influencer, and you're growing pretty quick, from what I can tell.
I'm seeing that too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And it started when I decided this is what I want to do, because I think I made a decision of let's really use my platform to highlight Kansas City and be an ambassador. I just don't have to do it on TV. I can control my content, and I can be out there living life in Kansas City the way I want to. And
it's crazy. The internet is such a crazy place. I was not on social media 3 years ago.
Wow.
0.
you serious?
Yeah, I got tagged. You'll like this. I was just starting to date my wife at the time, and I got tagged in a Facebook post. This is like 2010.
Sure.
With girls.
Oh,
and
boy.
all of a sudden, phone's ringing, and I'm like, listen, we're just taking pictures with these girls. Like, they were pretty girls that we were taking pictures with. Like, they were there as promotional models. And I'm like, I'm deleting all of my social medias. I want nothing to do with any of this stuff.
It will cause drama. And my boyfriend yesterday, Brandon, he's trying to build his network.
Is he?
And so all of a sudden he's like, all these girls are friend requesting me. I'm like,
I will approve all your friend requests.
Let me see. And so he's like, he's showing me,
right.
And he's asking me, like, what are my thoughts? And I said, well, okay, you're building your network.
Yeah.
If you're trying to network with these women, this is not your clientele. Like, let's get real. This is not your clientele.
She's good looking, though. But let me tell you something.
I trust him.
Adriana, let me tell you something. For his defense, I don't care if I look at one girl or two girls. Instagram wants to send me lots of girls to look at.
I realize that.
Like, and you can blame Mark Zuckerberg,
okay.
But no matter what happens, on my Explore page, unless I go through there specifically for like 2 weeks and put not interested, right. A bunch of girls with big bosoms start popping up in my feed.
Right. I know, and I saw some of these girls, and I'm like, they're literally like in their bra and underwear. Like, what? And so, I mean, I told him, I was like, do what you want, because that's been me my whole life on social media. Guys requesting me.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
And I just accepted. There were so many years I just accepted everybody because I was the bigger the network that I have, great.
Yeah.
And so, and I never, nothing happened with that or like finding people. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I understand. And even though I don't like females coming to him, asking him to be their friends on Facebook because he's taken and he's mine and I'm Latina.
Yeah,
Don't mess with me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a story about that.
You try it out, you see what's on there, and if it helps you in any way with business, then so be it. I trust you, and I trust that you're going to do the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and you just have to know with the social media, as powerful as a tool as it is, it can also
absolutely
be nasty. Sounds like a gun. I mean, I'm sure you get some comments, I know I do, that you're like, what the hell is this person even thinking? Like, that they're going to go and write whatever the hell they wrote to make me feel a certain way, just to be a nasty person.
Yeah.
And people don't understand that. Like, if you're not, because most people, they don't have a big following, they don't post content daily. You do. Yeah. You're active. I'm sure not only do you get lots of compliments, but you might get the rare hater.
Yeah, and I'm very lucky that I haven't really gotten those lately, but definitely in TV. When I was in TV, we could get emails all the time about what they liked about us, what they didn't like about us. One time, I was talking with my co-host. We were talking about dogs.
Who was your co-host?
Her name was Tony, and so she's still.
I saw her on your page. I recognize her. She's
still with the show, and she got a dog, and she was saying that he was barking a lot, and I was like, why don't you get like a shock collar? Because there's a lot of. I mean, that's a thing, you put a little shock collar, and just buzzes them.
Yeah.
And so we had people saying, I can't believe Adriana said she would get a shock collar for the dog. I'm never watching the show again.
Oh my gosh.
Like, relax.
Yeah, people feel a way. If you want to.
And then the internet is even worse, because they messaged us via the internet to tell us that. So they saw us on TV, and then they messaged on Facebook.
So what happened with you wanting to get out of the television world altogether and go into I'm working for Adriana now? Was there pain? Was there pain?
Of course.
Okay, what was the pain?
Of course. I mean, I don't want to get in too much details of.
Oh, that's the good stuff.
I know it is, but I have to be careful with contracts and things that I've signed.
Okay, so you mentioned something before, and I won't talk about it, but I will tell you that there is things out there, contracts called
non-competes.
And they're very unenforceable.
Oh.
Yeah, they're very unenforceable. I know this as an employer first, because we would have all of our people sign non-competes.
Okay.
Because you don't want them to compete with you, right?
Right, yeah.
But the reality is it's really hard for those people to enforce that compete. Especially, you might even want to check to see if it's legal in Kansas and Missouri. In fact, one of the things that was a workaround for it a lot of times is if that person was employed by a California company, it's not even able to be enforced because California is a non. So if you had a company that was in California that employed you, even if it was a paper company, it would be unenforceable.
Interesting.
I'm not a CPA attorney or anyone, full disclaimer right there, but I'm just saying that we've had, they can't stop you from earning a living unless you're you're stealing all their customers, their trade secrets, you're going against it. It's just mainly to scare you. Non-competes are to scare you.
Okay.
And a lot of times you can go to your boss. Like I knew a guy who was a mentor to me in Seattle, Washington. That's where I'm from originally. Spent 15 years in Vegas. But I had a friend of mine who was with the largest automotive dealership, AutoNation. You probably heard of them. And he had a non-compete. And he went to his boss and he's like, hey, I've been with you guys for 18 years.
Sure.
I have this new opportunity. Would you guys let me out? They're like, yeah. So a lot of times you could just go to whoever and say, can I get out?
Right.
Which is a better way.
I was unhappy.
Yeah.
It just came down to it. And when you're unhappy at a workplace, you lose your passion. You lose your creativity. You lose your will, your drive. And that's not who I am. I am driven and I have so much will and so much fight in me. But when I have an entity kind of shoving me down or not looking out for my best interests, why should I stay?
Did you ever want to invest in real estate? Did you ever want to live the life of your dreams? Did you want financial freedom? Did you want to break the generational curse? Did you want to help your parents out? Did you want to help your mom out? Maybe you work for a job that you don't like. They say there's only one reason to work a job, and that's to learn, right? If you're not learning at your job, you're just going through the motions, right? We have a free Facebook group, the Millionaire Mentorship Facebook group for real estate investing. Make sure you join. The link is in the description. If you want to schedule a free call with me and my team and you actually want to start, I would suggest you do so. We have helped hundreds of people change their lives, and all they had to do was get started. They booked a call with me and my team and they got the ball rolling. And I'm so confident that if you don't get your first or next investment property within the first 90 days, you don't pay and I'll give you $1,000 cash. That's how confident I am. Obviously, you got to take action. You can't just do nothing and expect that to happen, but that's life. Life's all about taking action. Make sure you give this podcast a 5-star review, share it with a friend, and take action. You know what's funny is we both have that same experience in that same medium. I told you the last job I ever worked was for a radio station, and they clipped my wings, just like you're talking about right now.
That's exactly how I felt.
They clipped my wings, and I was like, they recruited me. I was an account executive. You know what those are?
Of course.
Yeah, and so I was the #1 direct biller. Like I didn't deal with agency business. For those of you guys who are listening don't know what the hell that is. Agency business is usually the most business that comes in because it's by these large agencies that place advertising all over the place. I didn't have any of this. All mine were direct to me that I picked up myself. And they changed formats. We went from a hot talk, like Howard Stern type of thing, to female country. And then they're like, anyways, I know your struggle. I know getting my wings clipped. I know the corporate struggle.
Yeah.
And you made the right decision.
That is not for me. And I realized that just over my journey, it's just the same. And there was always like these issues that I felt like were just following me. And now getting out of the business, I realized it's not me. I am not the problem.
Yeah.
I have so many amazing relationships and so much goodness and positivity in my life.
Right.
And it just did not shine in that environment. It did not happen in that environment. Right. And so I'm free and I am doing so much better financially, mentally, physically, everything.
Okay, but can I ask like a devil's advocate type of question? Because I just really want to.
Sure, absolutely.
So let's say, I'm trying to think of let's say 60 Minutes calls you.
Okay.
which is, I imagine, a dream job in your world.
Not for me.
Okay, what would be your one?
Mine probably would have been like NBC Today, like the morning shows.
Okay, so like Regis and Kathy type of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do Adriana and
Troy.
Adriana and Troy. This is the first episode. They said, you know what? We're gonna give you a prime location. You're gonna be on. We're gonna pay you X number of dollars. Mm-hmm. Would you consider it at that point?
I would consider it. Yeah. I'm a person that likes to consider everything.
Right.
But again, that's another entity that's going to control me.
Right.
So how much control do you have over me? And that's what I'm fully aware of now, because I know after my journey in television, I know that I am the best person to move myself forward, to build myself, to take me where I need to go. That's me. That's right here.
That's for everybody.
Exactly.
That's for everybody. That's powerful stuff for you to realize that. And I think that once people make the decision that enough's enough, it's pretty easy after that.
Yes.
You got to have a little pain first.
Yeah.
You probably are seeing it. You're like, okay, this is going great. My career's advancing. I've moved to this market. And you're moving up in markets from what I could tell.
And I come from nothing.
And you come from nothing.
Yes.
Tell me about that. I love that because I did too.
My parents, my mom left my dad when I was very young, maybe 3 years old. I remember when she took us and left.
Yeah.
And so that's like my first memory.
Yeah. One of mine too, like 4 or 5.
It's, she took us to her sister's house, my aunt, who I recently talked about.
Yes.
If she would come here.
What's her name?
Her name's Sally.
Sally, get your ass over here.
I call her my Nina.
Nina. Tia?
I call her Nina.
Okay.
We lived in the hood. It's
Los Angeles.
Of San Jose. I'm born and raised in San Jose.
Okay, the hood of San Jose is a little bit different than the hood of Los Angeles.
Yes.
You're still close to Silicon Valley.
But it wasn't. Yes, but Silicon Valley wasn't really truly developed at that time. And I was. We were in the hood. Like, we had nothing to do with Silicon Valley. My parents grew up poor.
Yes.
Like, poverty, yes. No access to any sort of resources or anything. Just dirt poor.
Dirt poor.
My mom and dad, when they grew up, they worked hard to.
Are they first generation, your parents?
They are.
Okay, so they.
Yes.
Did they?
Because my grandparents are from Mexico. I think my mom may be second generation because I think my grandma, her mom was from Texas.
Okay.
So. But yeah, all our family, both sides, originate from Mexico.
¿Habla español?
No.
Sí?
Nada? No, nada.
Okay, well, good. I tried.
Lo siento.
Oh, so a little bit.
I hear words here and there.
Yeah, okay.
Words here and there, but they never raised me as a bilingual individual, and it's very sad. But I know little things, and little sayings, and curse words.
Those are always helpful.
That's something that I always wish that I had, and still now, just what can I do to really learn? And because whenever I'm around family or people who are speaking Spanish, it's just, even though I don't speak it, like it does
speak to you.
It speaks to me in a way that makes me know that I'm a part of you, this other person, but also I feel like there's a missing component, and I want so badly.
Yeah, I hear you.
To
I don't have any of those feelings like I should be speaking it. I just want to.
Right.
It's just like the second language of the United States, in my opinion.
Right.
And you probably should learn it at some point in time. And Duolingo just ain't doing it. We're thinking about moving to Mexico for like 6 months.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, community can I go into, be dropped into, and just only Spanish speaking?
Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah, works every time. Let's get into some of the details about like what's going on in Kansas City since you're out there. Penway Park, or Penway Point, excuse me.
Penway Point.
Yeah.
That's downtown, right across the street from Union Station.
Right.
They've just built the Ferris wheel, the new Ferris wheel.
Right.
That's going to be up and running by November.
And
I had a meeting last week with the developer, so the actual owners, one of the owners, and then the Eric Wiley, who is in charge of he's doing their food and restaurant consulting. And so he really wanted to talk to one of my clients, Bucktooey Barbecue.
Where are you getting these clients?
Oh man, it's just relationships, just building relationships and being out. I met Teddy, and he's the executive chef at Bucktooey. He's like my right-hand partner now. Really? Yeah, we go everywhere together. We're everywhere. I met him at an event, a Whataburger event, and we kept in touch.
A Whataburger event?
Yeah, a Whataburger.
That Pat Mahomes owns some of that, right?
Yeah.
You guys, so did you like go to all the events that are happening?
Well, not all of them, but a lot of them.
Do you?
Yeah, definitely a lot of them. I get invited, and so I meet people there. I network, and that's where I met Teddy. Him and I kept in touch, and then I got him on my show on Vox. And our relationship built from there. We had some talks. I let him know, hey, I'm thinking of leaving. This is what I'm thinking of doing, social media, digital media marketing. And so he had the same also vision of growing his team. And we kind of had just a meeting of the minds. And we're like perfect match. We were a perfect match.
Match made in heaven.
Yeah, when it comes to filming, getting content, being out there, going to do events. He has 2 concessions at Arrowhead, so
wow.
We're at every home game and we're shooting content.
How do you like them Chiefs?
I love the Chiefs. Yeah. And it was well, I grew up a 49er fan.
Oh God. Well, I'm glad you switched, because I grew up a Seahawk fan and I hated those 49ers.
I still love my Niners. I was, they're still in my heart, but the Chiefs, I've just fallen in love with them.
You couldn't have picked a better time.
I didn't pick it. It picked me.
That's right. 100%. Yeah, same thing here. It's like the Chiefs are just on a tear. We're in the middle of it. It feels like there's so many good things happening in Kansas City. And like, I don't know about you, but you're from the West Coast. I'm from the West Coast. Like, is the Midwest like a secret almost a little bit?
I didn't know anything about the Midwest until I moved here. It started out with me moving to Wisconsin for my first TV job. Yeah. And then I got...
Sorry about that. Did you like it there?
I got love for Wisconsin. I was way up north. I was in the woods. It was beautiful there.
Did you get a fishing pole?
I tried.
Did you get a deer?
No, I didn't get a deer.
Did you get a mosquito bite?
But yes, plenty of those. I've seen people, with their deer, and I've shot a shotgun and jerked me back all the way. Yeah. It was an experience. Glad I had it. It took me completely out of the city life. Everything that I knew from San Jose and LA. Yeah. And I'm in the woods of Wisconsin. Yeah. So that was quite the experience.
That was like your first job outside of Los Angeles?
Yes. My first TV job.
Wow. What a culture shock, huh?
Yeah. But I
what town?
Rhinelander, Wisconsin.
Rhinelander, Wisconsin. Where's that?
Way up north. Way up north.
Okay.
Yeah, way up north. And they call it the North Woods, and it snows a lot, but they have a lot of beautiful lakes. So in the summer, it's gorgeous. It was a great experience.
It is cold up there.
Yeah, it's cold. But I survived.
Yeah, for sure. Surviving is definitely... Whew. So you've now started this new journey of the digital influencer. So what's like a typical day for you?
So typical day, so in the morning, maybe if we have the kids, or if we don't, if we have the kids, kind of helping them, taking them to school. Right. I'm going to have to step in a little bit more now because we've had some chaos in the morning. Okay. So I will help them with that. And by 9 o'clock, I like to be at F45 training downtown Overland Park. Nice. What
are you doing at F45?
So it's 45-minute classes and full body workouts, Mondays and Wednesdays.
Like Orange Theory?
It's more exercises, more weights.
But is it like a HIIT training?
Yeah, full body, but it's different from Orange Theory. It just and I was at Orange Theory.
Oh, you were?
But yeah. And so I like Orange Theory.
Me too.
But I just felt like I wanted more weights and wanted just to be a little bit more active. And so that was F45, and I'm building a great community. Yeah. And they're becoming friends, and so I really enjoy my time there. So after that, I'll maybe shower there, get ready, or go home and get ready. And probably around 12:30 or so, I'll see either Teddy at Bucktooey Barbecue, or I'll go to Cops Pizza, which is my other client. They just opened, I believe in September. In
what's that other client's name?
Cops Pizza.
Cops Pizza.
Yeah, Cops Pizza. The family's last name is Cop.
Where is it located?
So it's on 135th and Lamar. So it's right next to Shields in Overland Park.
Okay, know exactly where that is.
Yeah, so it's right next to Shields, right in front of Breakthrough.
Yeah, right by my bank.
And I fell in love with their food. They were on our show, and that's how I met them. And he was opening, and I asked him, "Are you doing any sort of like influencer event to help you spread the word?" He's like, "No, I just can't do it right now." I was like, "Well, let me help you."
Wow.
So I threw a dinner for him, invited my influencer friends, and the word spread on social media.
So you got a bunch of influencer friends too.
Yeah. And it's growing. I've definitely developed my network of friends who are influencers, and they're all very sweet, all very nice.
Oh, wow.
And I really like this influencer community.
Yeah, it's all new to me. It's crazy. So...
Wait, I didn't finish with my day.
Sorry.
So go to Cops Pizza, maybe take some pictures there, talk about fun stuff we want to come up with, like what's the next pizza of the month, or like what crazy thing do we want to make for social media.
Right.
And then I move on to Teddy, and Teddy's a whole handful.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I love him, but we're definitely on the move. We'll hit maybe 2 different restaurants just to review them and get content and promote other local restaurants in the area.
Wow.
Yeah, and then we'll be at the restaurant a lot, and we'll focus on other things like we're throwing a big party on October 24th.
What for?
So it's a big collaboration dinner between 4 of the top barbecue restaurants named by Kansas City Magazine for 2023. Wow. So it's Chef Jay, Bucktooey Barbecue, Q39, Chef Philip there, and then Scott's Kitchen.
Wow.
Catering. So it's going to be a Halloween themed party. Sorry, my nose is running. And but it's a dinner. It's a 5-course dinner.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be great. This doesn't happen very often, where the top barbecue restaurants are collaborating, throwing a 5-course.
Yeah, it's always a competition.
Yeah, it's always a competition, but what I'm learning is that a lot of these guys are friends.
You can all make money together.
You can all make money, and there's opportunity everywhere. And I think the future is collaborations and
For sure.
working together and growing together. And if you don't start to understand that, then I think you may be falling behind. But also there's the traditional giants that don't need to collaborate with anybody. Like, you're Arthur Bryant, you're Jack Stacks.
Pat Mahomes will not come on my podcast.
Why?
Because he doesn't, like you said, he's the giant.
Oh, yeah. I was like, why not?
Yeah, no, it's just hard to reach those giants.
That's true. So
Taylor Swift.
Yeah, girl Taylor, come on, you gotta get out of this podcast. Let's make it happen.
Man. 250. I mean, the newest influencers are like the Kelseys.
Yeah.
The New Heights and everything like that. It's just crazy.
I know. Yeah.
Are you following that whole story? The Kelseys.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God.
Absolutely, and it's just I was just talking about it with Brandon, and I was like, they are the it couple. They are the biggest celebrities. Taylor's already huge, but it seems like she's more just wanted and watched right now because she's dating Travis.
Well, he's quite a character. How emotional was that guy? Have you watched the Kelsey show on Netflix?
No.
Oh man, those guys are like, they're like very like teary for each other, like the brothers.
Yeah?
They like talk about each other and they get all choked up.
Really?
They have this like
Oh my God, I need to watch this.
Oh, you're gonna like it. Watch it with your man.
Okay.
They have like a picture of like Kelsey, like Jason, watching his brother get the first touchdown at Cincinnati Bengals, and he's holding the other guy out of his way, and that's like his dad's favorite picture. They're all crying all the time. It's pretty emotional.
I think they're all very charismatic, and they have
sure.
very big personality, and you just like them.
Yeah.
And that is the key to success. I think I mean, there's many different ways to skin a cat, and there's many different ways to really find to be successful.
Yeah.
And for them, I think their charisma and their personalities really shoots them to just being more than football stars.
Who's talking about Donna Kelsey? Everybody's talking about her too, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, this has been great. You know, I wanted to ask just a few questions more about, like, you know, what's going on in Kansas City. If somebody's coming here, your Tia, your aunt,
Yeah.
and they want to do something, I think I didn't really feel like I finished that question.
Sure.
Like, what are the top 3 things to do in Kansas City?
I think the Nelson Atkins Museum is something great. I remember Brandon and I, we went on our, second date there.
Okay.
He took me there, and I was just really amazed. And I think we have a lot of great art and, you know, museums like that Kansas City is known for.
Yeah, World War I.
Yeah. And so I think that would be another staple. Like,
right.
It's a tourist spot, but it's also a local spot. I mean, we had the draft there.
Were you down there for that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I missed that.
The NFL experience.
Yes.
It's just, and then we have 4th of July there, the festival that happens for 4th of July. So it's not just a tourist spot.
I forgot about that. That is incredible. That the 4th of July at the World War I Museum. I mean, that's incredible.
And then they have the symphony playing, I think, on one of the nights. And so there's a lot that happens in those tourist spots, but it's not really tourist. That's us. That's Kansas City. That's what we're known for in Kansas City is we love Kansas City.
I love that you're talking that way now. That's so cool. My wife turned into the exact same way. Like, she is, like, we're in the process of building a house in Naples right now, Florida.
Wow.
And we just built our house here. And she's like, I don't want to go.
Oh my gosh, what are you gonna do?
We'll figure it out. I'm in real estate. We'll figure it out. But, like, the whole point is, like, what I told her when we stopped here, and I kind of feel like I'm talking to somebody who has the exact same journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you might like it. Mm-hmm. We might like it.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you do.
Yeah.
Or love it.
I do. I really do, because it reminds me, because I'm from the West Coast. I'm from big cities. But I also, I love the Midwest and their hospitality and the community aspect. So I feel like Kansas City, for me, it has the best of both worlds.
Yes.
It has that big city feel. It has everything that you need, from sports to theater to art to attractions to concerts.
Yes.
I mean, the T-Mobile Center, we have so many amazing concerts there, and then Power and Light District right next door with
right at the front door.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much to do there. So we have everything that we need to fully thrive and be successful. And we don't need to go anywhere else. We have it all right here.
It's all right here. New airport.
Yes, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
Something to be proud of.
How do people follow your journey? And how do people hire you if they want to hire you?
Well, definitely on my Instagram. Follow my journey on Instagram.
Handle?
At Casey Lifestyle Girl.
At Casey Lifestyle Girl.
And a lot of people just contact me through Instagram and
send a DM.
Or just when I network, we're networking and somebody will say, well, let's meet. I would love to talk to you more.
Yeah.
Or they can reach out to me. They can email me CaseyLifestyleGirl@gmail.com.
CaseyLifestyleGirl@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. And what sort of things can you help them do?
Definitely social media management.
Okay. Awesome.
And just also like building the content, taking the pictures, taking the videos, finding out like what's trending, what do we need to be on when it comes to trend wise.
Yeah.
Also PR, getting them.
You're very good at all of that. I saw your profile. It's excellent. I would hire you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I looked over everything. You do a great job.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, yeah.
Your customers, I'm sure, are super happy right now.
I am very grateful for that.
It sounds like you're growing your business right now. So if somebody's listening right now and they're looking for someone, I would highly recommend you get a hold of Adriana.
Oh, thank you.
No, I mean, seriously, because, like, you have such passion, and I can tell, like, how much time you spend on each one of your clients and to talk about your story. I'm sorry if I kind of get all over the place sometimes.
It's okay.
But, you can tell passion, and you've got such passion for your clients that they're going to benefit greatly from that.
It's like I am I am on the team now.
Yeah,
like
you
got me on your team.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go to bat for you.
Yeah, I get it, 100%. Well, I appreciate you coming out, talking about your story. I feel like we just scratched the surface. I would love to come check out an event with you sometime.
Definitely.
Do some more collaboration.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, and listen, if there's anything that you want to host down here, this is my building. I would love to offer it up.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, we're trying to get it rented, so we get the more people in here, the better. You saw, you walked in it's empty, so we bought it that way. But Adriana, I just love the fact that you were able to share your story, talk about who you are, talk about like really, I think my biggest takeaway from hearing your story is that you have now, your story's changed, and rather than ignoring it, which so many people do, you've leaned into it with a medium that's at your fingertips that you're using every day, and now you're helping other people through that medium.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I appreciate you recognizing that, and it feels good to be in a space where I am recognized and I am appreciated.
Yes.
And so I appreciate that, and I look forward to continue to work with you, collaborate with you, and see what the future holds. I really enjoy this. This is fun. This is really fun. I enjoyed the conversation. Sorry to your viewers if we didn't answer all the questions, or if I didn't.
We'll get there. Sometimes you gotta do a part 2.
Sometimes you gotta do a part 2.
Sometimes you do like rapid fire. You know what I mean? Part 2. But you know what? I think the biggest thing is you're offering inspiration, and offering inspiration not to just like people, but anybody who is like trying to grow their business and get their personal message out there.
Yeah.
You can do it through social. It's not to be consumed, it's to be used.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Like if you're consuming it, you're actually not benefiting. If you
can,
well, okay. Yeah, you're right. Please correct me, because
we need consumers.
Okay, what I'm trying to get, if you're consuming without taking action for what you're consuming, you're not.
For your business, yeah.
Yeah, like for example, my wife is making so many dishes off of TikTok because we bought a half a cow, right? Like she's like, TikTok, yeah, we bought a half a cow.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta do it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like $1,200.
Oh my gosh.
You get like 60 pounds of hamburger, 900 steaks.
Damn.
Like we're having steaks every night.
Damn.
Yeah, it's like it averages out to like $3 a pound and steaks are like $25 a pound.
And that's probably a lot more clean. No.
Yeah, there's no bull crap in it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's good for you.
It's good for you.
Yeah, you don't have to eat any of that stuff. I mean, the stuff they put in the grocery stores, they're jabbing those cows with every vaccine and feeding them probably other dead homies.
And then they're all mixed, like
things.
Things.
It's like a bunch of trans whatever, or like mixed breeds or whatever the hell is going on.
Keep it clean.
Yeah, exactly.
This is cow. Got it.
This is just a cow that ate grass that never went anywhere else, and it's awesome, amazing. And the steaks are so freaking good. Like you put a little bit of butter or a little bit of olive oil.
That's all you need.
Throw it on the grill, and you're eating. Yeah, it's 100% great. So.
Awesome.
But I'd love to meet your man Brandon. Are you guys? I know this is probably me digging a little bit. Are you guys planning on having any more children?
That I don't know.
Do you want to?
I don't know. I'm 35.
Is she being a politician?
No, it's true.
My wife had children at 42.
Okay, so there's possibility. If I could have one child, maybe later, because when you're a mother,
yes,
you need to be a mother. Like,
yes,
your job is that child.
That's so cool that I always feel like that's a big responsibility to walk into, and to want to walk into.
Absolutely, and that's why you need to want to and have that drive to know that this is my new job, this is my new purpose in life.
Yeah.
And that is not my purpose in life right now, and I don't see it being in the next couple years.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I should apologize for that, or
I don't think there's anything. I think you're clear.
I think I'm very happy having bonus babies, step babies.
Yes.
I love them to death, and I do, you know, my job is not 100% them, but when I am around and they're around me, you know, I'm making sure I get the laundry done. I'm making sure that they're fed. I'm making sure that I do my part as best as I can, as much as I can to help my partner and be a part of the family as much as I possibly can be, even though I'm not, you know, their mother.
Yeah, you know, I had a step parents. It's definitely a tough role that you have, and you can do it, you know, and you sound like an amazing person to be a part of that. And I think that stepping into that, it shows a lot of tact and, you know, love and caringness. And so Brandon must be a lucky guy. And if you're watching, Brandon, you better be on your good behavior, because that's tough. You know what I mean?
It is.
Yeah. So hats off to you. Really appreciate, again. If you guys want to get a hold of Adriana, it's Casey Lifestyle Girl at Casey Lifestyle Girl on Instagram.
Yeah.
And definitely follow her story. She's blowing up. I wouldn't be surprised if she's at 1 million followers by the end of 2024.
Oh my gosh, I can only dream.
You're growing quick. So one reel takes off after this podcast.
That's true.
You're there. Cool. Well, I appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Guys, we'll talk to you on the next one. Peace. Are you interested in investing in real estate, but you don't feel like you got the time to take a coaching program? I get it, right? You're busy, you're making money, and that's okay, but you want to invest with me because you're like, Troy, I like what you do. I see what you're doing. You're a real deal. Yes, I am. I'm an average Joe. I worked at Burger King. I worked at Red Robin. I started investing in real estate, and I started from absolutely nothing. And I will take you along with my journey, and you can get all the benefits, but you got to be an accredited investor. If you want to invest with me and you want to be a part of something great and you don't have the time, guess what? We're launching a fund that you can be a part of, but you got to be an accredited investor. And if you want to find out more about what that looks like, all you got to do is click the link and we'll show you exactly what that looks like. And guess what? If you're not an accredited investor, then you may down the road be an accredited investor. So definitely learn what that's all about, and we'll see you on the next one.